First question, do you support a border wall? If so, why or why not?
Yes. A country without borders is not a country. We've got human trafficking, we've got drugs, we've got terrorists, we've got all kinds of folks coming across. We've got to stop the problem of illegal immigration. It's bankrupting hospitals, schools. And so yes, the wall is a big portion of it. We also need more immigration judges. We need more Border Patrol agents where you can't build a wall. Electronics surveillance is also good. We've got to get rid of catch and release. We've got to get rid of visa lottery. Chain migration has got to go. And I'm even a proponent that we need to relook at the anchor baby situation, because I believe the 14th and 15th Amendment was designed to give former slaves full citizenship, and it should have stopped then. We need to get rid of we need to start deporting overstayed visas.
Second question, our economy here is based on oil and gas. Are there any oil and gas regulations or restrictions you would lift or support?
As far as oil and gas regulations, I support as few regulations as possible. I would have to get advice on that deal from people that really know the industry. I'm a registered nurse of 50 years, 45 years, been in the health industry for 50, and that is actually my field of expertise. But I'm a student, and I learn quickly, but I just have to bring folks around me that had more knowledge about that than what I do.
That's a good thing. Do you support private space industries? If so, why or why not?
Private space?
Yes.
I think anytime the private sector is involved in anything, it's a better deal than the government, because the government always overspends, they're always over budget, and yes, private space industry is a good idea. As long as there's not a lot of subsidies to go with it.
Gotcha. I was wondering if you can bring that up. What's the first issue you would tackle if elected into office?
Spending. I hate continuing resolutions that just kick the can down the road. It doesn't change anything that you're spending money on. It doesn't change the amount of money that's being spent. The 1,500-page bills, they're laden with stuff that we don't need. It seemed like, and of course the omnibus bill is another monster type deal that you don't have any control over. It seems as if in order to pass any bill, the Republicans get a little bit, and the Democrats, for us to get a little bit, the Democrats get everything they want. That has got to stop. I don't need a second career. I'm 68 years old. I intend to discuss going back to regular order with the Speaker. The people in my district, they don't like what we just talked about, and I will let him know that if he wants me to vote for some of these monster bills, that he's asking me to vote against the wishes of my constituency. Being 68, I don't need another career, and I will be the reincarnation of Dick Armey, and they called him Dr. No.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to add that I haven't asked you? Anything you want people to know?
I am the only one that has any understanding of the medical industrial complex, which includes pharmacy, health insurance, hospitals, and a lot more. When I was in '69, in the early '70s, we did the same work with 1/3 the amount of manpower that what we do today. It takes 3 times as much labor to do this, accomplish the same work, taking care of patients, as what it did then, and it's due largely to government regulation, government monopolies such as Joint Commission, which basically they survive based on finding something else for us to do documentation on. And that is an issue that I will go after hard and heavy. Getting rid of Obamacare, replacing it with with competition across state lines. Associations can provide a lot of competition to the third-party reimbursers, and decoupling the pharmaceutical industry and the health insurance industry from so much participation in writing bills that run other folks out of business and decrease competition.